Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Theme Park Conductor. I am your host, Theme Park Conductor. We have a fantastic panel for you guys tonight. We got TommyToonWorld in the house. We got Diego from Amusement Park Pirates. We got Justin from Amusement Park Pirates. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about HHN, Universal, and Disneyland. You know, Justin was at Disneyland today, so he's going to give us some insight on what's going on in the park. So without further ado, let's get started, gentlemen. Let's do it. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce these gentlemen one by one. They're going to tell you a little bit about themselves and where you can find them on social media and YouTube. TommyToonWorld is a great friend of mine. I met him opening weekend of Super Nintendo World. Best friend I could ever have. Tommy, where can everyone find you on social media, sir?
Hey, what's up, Conductor? I want to start off by saying thank you for letting me join you on your live. I know you've been killing it lately. Keep going. So basically, my YouTube channel is TommyToonWorld, Toon, not Tune. And then my Instagram's my second. So I would say it's TommyToon_. I'm trying to get popping on Twitter like Theme Park Conductor, but I'm not there yet. That's just TommyToonWorld.
Gotcha. Uh-oh. Diego disappeared. Justin, why don't you talk about oh, there he is. Why don't you speak for Diego and yourself about your socials?
Yes, so we are Amusement Park Pirates. We just started on YouTube. You can find us on Amusement Park Pirates on Instagram, no spaces. Also, we are on Threads, as well as we have a Discord, as well as a Twitter account, as well as you can follow us on at Amusement Park Pirates. The APP is capitalized, and the rest of them are all lowercase, and there's no spaces. And we would love to have as many subscribers as we can so that we can live stream on YouTube, and hopefully we can stream soon. So greatly appreciated.
Oh, definitely. It's great to have you guys on. And, you know, all the love and support goes out to you, Justin and Diego. We all started where you guys were at one point or another. And even me and Tommy are still working hard, building our channels day by day. So we know the work that needs to go into it to make it successful. So keep up the great work, guys. You are doing great, one step at a time. But without further ado, we're going to jump right into HHN. Orlando and Hollywood announced their another house for this year's event. It is
also I put our link in the chat as well.
Gotcha. I put
to check it out as well.
Sure, of course. And I put everyone's link, Tommy's and your guys's links for YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter for all three of you gentlemen. So it is in the description. So Universal released Insidious for HHN this year. It looks absolutely incredible. I was at Universal this morning sweating to death because it was 103. It was not pleasant. But they released a new shirt that I put on my Twitter, and they released the scented candle. I didn't get this, the lid wouldn't come off, so I couldn't smell it or anything. I wanted to, but couldn't do that. But right now we're going to check out the intro video for that. So let me do that real quick. Let me share the screen. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna play the video that got released.
Where's the sound?
Can you not hear it?
We do not hear it.
Oh, that's interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on one second. I don't know why that's not doing that. That is interesting. Huh. I do not know why that's doing that. Let me, okay, that is really odd. That's really odd. Huh. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
let it run. Let it just run without it. It's all good. We can
Okay, yeah.
Why-
Yeah, you know what? That Tommy actually brings up a good point. I'm gonna let it run without the sound because there might be a copyright in there, and I don't want to get hit with the copyright. And I know you gentlemen, as brand new content creators, don't want to get hit with it either. So I'm just gonna play it, and then we'll kind of just review it. So let me do that then. Let me share that screen again. Let me do that. Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right, here we go. You know what? Let me try some, gentlemen. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me try some. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me start the video again, and let me know if you can hear it. Okay. Here we go. You hear it now?
Yeah.
Good.
Copy that. No, I'm pointing at Lisa. She's downstairs. So, what are you doing after?
Haven't thought about it.
Come on, Jade. You know we all want you to go. Plus, what good is a cast part if you aren't going to be there?
Fine.
Then I'll think about it. Alyssa, you're up. They need you for last looks. That's me. See you later.
Insidious, the further. Only at Universal Halloween Horror Nights, where horror lives.
So, gentlemen, I want to get right into that. Tommy, I'm going to start with you. What did you think about that?
I'm glad they included the monster from The Last Key, because I like that one a lot. That's my favorite Insidious movie. The Red Door, don't judge me. I caught the bootleg, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it and check it out, because I know is that the end?
Yeah, this was just a clip for HHN. This has nothing to do with the movie. So this was something that John Murdy made.
Right, but they combined both the Red Door, the villain from that, and The Last Key, because I seen them tapping the key. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And just a brief update for everybody that's watching the live stream is that they've had Insidious that I'm aware of 2 other times. The last time they had it was behind Jurassic World in the extended queue. And the problem that we had with that house was because an Insidious movie was coming out, and come to find out, it wasn't coming out until the next year. So they couldn't give out spoilers, so there was a lot of black walls going on. So a lot of people were upset and saying that it was a waste of a house. So I'm glad this trailer popped up, though. Justin, what did you think about that trailer? Did you think it was terrifying? What did you think?
Well, I think it was pretty terrifying. Having like the person, coming out of the mirror was like, ugh. Okay. So, first of all, I haven't even seen Insidious. So,
okay.
I mean,
so you're in for a scary one then.
Yeah, for sure. If you go to the event and you've never watched one Insidious movie, you're actually in the best seat possible, because you don't know what to expect. So that's kind of that's an interesting point. Diego, I'm going to go to you, sir. What would you think about that?
Well, I could say it's really scary, really really intense, and for me, I've seen movie clips of the Insidious films, one of them actually, but I've never seen them all. Even though this is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, it's definitely terrifying. I'm really hoping that it's not a lot of black wall situation. Me and Tommy last year went to HHN, and we had the time of our lives. Tommy did some food reviews at the Chucky Killer Barbecue, and then all the houses we did RIP the first night, which we're both doing again. Unfortunately, he has a different group than I do. Something got mixed up, so we're only 20 minutes apart, so we're going to try to stay together as much as possible. But for everyone that doesn't know, so tickets are live on the website, as you see on your screen. They have announced 4 or 5 houses. I think no, I'm sorry. I think like 3 houses. Yes, three houses. Well, for Hollywood. We
got 5 because Monstros too.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're right, Tommy. So we got Insidious: The Further, Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, A Quiet Place, and then you're talking about Monstros. So we do have 5. So
and then not Toxic Tunnel, but the other iteration.
Oh yes, it was. Let me see if I can find it. I know what you're talking about. I'm surprised it's not even on here. They shouldn't have had that on there, and it's not.
Dead Exposure, Death Valley.
There you go. Dead Exposure, Death Valley. So from what I've heard, that house has been at Orlando for the last several years. So it's an Orlando-based property. So this is the first time Hollywood is even going to get something like that. So I'm super stoked for that. You know, one thing I wanted to ask you, gentlemen, me and Tommy went through it last year, the weekend. I'm gonna ask you, Justin, first. What do you and Diego? I'm gonna have you go first, Justin. What do you think about the weekend? Have you ever watched any of his music videos? Have you listened to his music? What do you think? Justin, you there? I think he froze. Well, while Justin is fixing his issue, Diego, I'm going to ask you. Oh, there you are, Justin. So I was asking you about the weekend. What do you think about it coming to HHN again?
Well, I haven't really gone to Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay.
But I think it might have a comeback.
Okay.
Because I've seen Mondo's Five Fires post saying that there might be a rumor that the weekend might be coming back, but in stage 12.
Yes.
So I have a really strong feeling that it might come back this year.
Perfect. Yeah, we're super excited. Diego, I'm going to go to you. What do you think about it, sir?
I would say for the weekend to come back to Horror Nights, it's pretty interesting. Like I think it might like come back even though it's rumored and all. But I would love to see it come back. But for me, I haven't experienced it. Like the
Okay.
weekends
Same
last
here.
one. Yeah. Like I
Gotcha.
never experienced that. Well, I would love to go and experience that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It again, it's a fun event, but you know, there is a lot of terrifying areas and houses, so you just have to be mentally prepared for that. Tommy, I'm going to go to you. What do you think about the weekend possibly coming back?
It's a high possibility. So, stepping away from the park, the weekend has been hinting at a new album, and he's completing the trilogy. Okay, so the first one was him in the red suit, all bloody. The second one was Dawn FM when he's old,
Conductor,
right?
Just
The new one.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
It is glitch.
You're glitching. See if you can exit out and go back in, and I'll re-add it. Go ahead, Tommy. Go ahead.
Right. So the weekend actually has been hinting at a new album, and he's a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a kid weekend, and there's a couple promo images, but not really, that he posted on his Instagram page. If we get a new weekend album that pairs up with a house, that will be insane.
Oh, definitely, for sure. The one thing that we're all curious about, even Mondo from Five Fires is curious about, is it going in Soundstage 12? Because it's been heavily rumored for years now, even when Super Nintendo World was under construction and not exactly open yet. It was rumored that Soundstage 12 was going to get removed and demolished for future expansion of theme park. So it's interesting they are utilizing or possibly utilizing this soundstage for a house that could maybe be something else, but it could be the weekend. So definitely something interesting to definitely look out for. Tommy, I wanted to ask you, because you're only going to be on for another 10 minutes or so. what are your plans for HHN this year? So explain what you're going to be covering and what you're excited for.
Yeah, of course, linking up with you and us knocking out like what we did last year. That's what I'm looking forward to. But if we're going into detail, I would say I'm going 3 nights. First night, I'm doing RIP. And then Friday. So let's start over. I'm doing the first time for the RIP tour the first day it opens to the general public. So that's that Thursday the 5th. Then that Friday, I'm doing general admission and actually early access as well. So early access with general admission is highly recommended because of the long lines. Okay, if you're going the route of RIP tour, you'll be okay. If you're getting Express Unlimited, you'll be okay. So Saturday we're doing Express Unlimited, so no early entry. Okay, so you guys have to know when to utilize certain aspects of what they give you, because you know they have the option of going at 2 p.m. to the actual park and going hanging out at Universal Park and then leading into HHN. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I don't know if I could make it from 2 to 2 in the morning, but right. I feel like me and Conductor are gonna knock out a lot of reviews on food. All right, keep an eye out on those.
Oh, for sure. I think we're going to have a great year by far with this year's HHN. One thing I wanted to post, or I wanted to talk about briefly before you have to go, Tommy, and I'm trying to find it, but I can kind of come up with it as I go. So you know how we have the frequent fear pass, correct, for HHN? Well, apparently Orlando, they put theirs online, the frequent fear and then the ultimate frequent fear pass, and it's sold out within an hour or 2 hours for Orlando's. Obviously, you know, Orlando's has pretty much almost all their houses announced. Everyone's excited. They're usually pretty good about announcing their houses early, which I don't get why Hollywood won't do that. From what I've seen on the website, not all the, well, you know what? Let's take a look real quick. I don't think all the tickets are sold out actually for Hollywood. So it kind of makes me wonder if a lot of people are kind of just, you know, waiting around to see what other houses are announced for Midsummer Scream. What do you think about that?
I mean, so are we waiting for 3 more houses and then scare zones and then the tram?
I think 3 more houses, the Terror Tram, and some scare zones. Yes.
Okay, so
for the big houses,
What's that, Justin?
I think for the big houses, I think it should be announced at Midsummer. Just
Yeah. That
You know.
that makes perfect sense that they would want to wait. Our thing is, and this is not last year, but I think a year or 2 ago, I think it was in 2022, maybe in 2023. It was one of those years where Hollywood was just like Orlando's, where they were announcing houses in March, and we're talking March. So by June, we already had 4 or 5 houses announced, ready to go. You could see the evidence of it all over the park. And we were even seeing props already put out in July. So there's some some years they have done that. 2022 or 2023 is the only year that I know of they did that. So it's definitely something interesting. But I wanted to point this out. So Tommy, as you can see, RIP, look at this. So it's gone up in price by $20 on Thursday when me and you are going, because I think we paid like $369. Then on Friday it went up even more, and Saturday sold out. You believe that?
Holy, Saturday sold out.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
Saturday's. Oh, look at this. So Thursday when me and you are going, look at the earliest time now. 7:40. 7:40. So I just want to bring up a quick fact before I let Tommy go, is that if you're planning on doing HHN, especially the RIP tour, which is basically the male equivalent to the VIP tour during the day at Universal, you want to get the earliest time possible. And what me and Tommy got, Tommy, you got 5 o'clock if I'm not mistaken, and
Right.
I got 5:20. So that way we're done with the tour by maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock or 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the morning, we have all that time to just, do whatever without the tour guide. So that's definitely something interesting.
Right, because Conductor, after the RIP tour, do we get Express Unlimited?
So from what I heard, they haven't figured that part out. They because I asked the cast member today, and I went to guest relations. I asked, after the tour is done, are we still able to go through the RIP tour line, or do we have to go through the express line? And they said they haven't figured that out. But what they did tell me was they felt that that a lot of people were very upset that they spent all that money last year and got thrown into Express with everybody else instead of keep going through the RIP line, because they paid all that money.
Yeah, so I'm okay with going through Express. I don't want to get thrown in GA.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen. If that happened, there would be a riot, and then you see the real Purge come out.
Oh yeah, we got to wait on a show too.
Yeah. So we might begin the Purge show back at Waterworld. Real quick on that. What'd you think about that show last year, Tommy? I thought it was freaking brilliant.
Yeah, the show's fire. It had a original storyline. I like the Purge movies, so I enjoy the aspect of it. I thought it was cool how they set everything up, and it's basically almost like the same thing. Someone falls off the top, just like in Waterworld, they fall off into the water. They definitely had me engaged. It would be cool if, since they kept that Blumhouse because of Purge, if they did like some other property. I don't know what's with Blumhouse and water. I don't think they could do Night Swim because not too many people saw it. But I'm cool with anything that's not Waterworld because I want a Halloween horror aspect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I have a question for you, Conductor, real quick before anything.
Yeah.
So you went to Universal today.
I did.
How were the crowds, and how were the lines for like the restaurants or food?
Okay, so that's a great question to bring up. So when I got there, I didn't do Super Nintendo World Early Access. I wasn't able to do it. It went out quick. I would say by 11 o'clock, because they started letting the general public in at 9. By 11 o'clock, it was swamped. So almost every single ride had at least a 40-minute wait. The only walk-on was Secret Life of Pets, believe it or not, because usually that has an hour wait. Super Nintendo World was at, I think, a 90-minute wait. The studio tour, when I went on it, it was only 20 minutes. but as soon as I got off, it jumped up to 80 minutes. And a lot of the restaurants. So what I found interesting was Toadstool Cafe. It was busy, but they didn't have a person outside Toadstool saying, "Oh, you can't walk in because of reservations." They were just allowing people to walk in, which was interesting. But that was at like 9:30 in the morning. So probably by 11:30 noon, it probably got overswamped. Same thing with the Three Broomsticks and Harry Potter. Same thing. Lines out the door. Because a lot of
my two favorite restaurants.
Oh, mine too. So
I discovered something I wanted to since you brought
Sure.
up Toadstool Cafe. So
sure.
the QR code is always going to be the same
Yes.
because it's on a poster. So I have figured out, and I'm probably a day late, I could just sign in and do a reservation from the QR code off the picture because the QR code never changes.
Yeah.
So I can literally put a reservation on my phone right now for it.
Uh-huh.
So I don't have to run to Toadstool in the morning. I could go straight to Mario Kart.
Yeah. No, definitely. And that's something to look forward to. And I'm kind of curious if they will change that QR code eventually, because you have to think that someone that works for Universal is catching on to people doing that. You know, eventually it's going to happen.
Right. I was wondering the same thing because just what are the odds, right?
Yeah. Exactly. What are the odds?
Right.
But, you know, again, it's going to be an exciting year for all of us. With all the theme parks, we have D23, which I'm going to talk to Justin and Diego about here in a little bit. That's coming up. Me and you, Tommy, we're going to HHN. Super excited about that. You know, and then obviously the Fast and Furious roller coaster being built before our eyes. Very exciting for that. The last thing I want to ask you, Tommy, is did you want to share anything, any of your adventures that you've been on? I know you were in Vegas recently. You want to touch up on that real quick?
Yeah, sure. So I know this channel is theme park related. So I was in Vegas for UFC. I was staying at the Sahara. I was next to the freeway. I think it's I-15 South.
Okay.
I could be butchering. It could be I-5 South. And I got a solid view of Universal Horror Unleashed. The building is a little bland, but in my head, I keep picturing driving by it at night. What are they going to have? What are they going to have on there? It's of course it's going to say Universal Horror Unleashed, but how bright is it going to look? Crazy with Area 15 next to it. I'm pretty pumped for that. I'm going to be there grand opening 100%.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So, Tommy, if you can let everybody know in the stream where they can find you on YouTube and your socials.
Yeah, I'll drop it again. YouTube is TommyToonWorld, TOON, not TUNE. My Instagram is TommyToon_. So it's TOMMYTOON_. I'm trying to get X going. TikTok, they're both just TommyToonWorld. One quick thing. Hey, Theme Park Conductor, I am down to lock in a whole HHN live with you next time from the beginning to the end. Just, we'll lock that in for sure. I want to let you know because, man, you're holding it down here. Justin and Diego, I salute y'all. Keep trying. Me and Brandon are pushing too. It's tough, but stick with it. Some videos may not get hits, but then that one video could get a hit. And, those small W's equal a big W. So we'll catch up more, fellas, when I see you guys around. And I'm going to check out the video after it's done and hear what you guys talk about Disneyland.
All right. Tommy. Have a good night, sir, and we will be seeing you on the channel very soon, if not at HHN. So
Yeah, we'll lock in. Theme Park
All right.
Conductor. Appreciate you.
peace. Sounds good, man.
Peace out.
So, Diego, Justin. So we're gonna jump into Disney. I want to ask first of all, before we get to your Instagram and some of the updates you saw Justin at Disneyland today. I want to ask you, what do you guys think about D23 this year? What, I don't know if you guys watched the last D23 we had 2 years ago. For me personally, it was very disappointing, very upsetting. Josh Tomorrow came out with a bunch of blue sky nonsense, as I've said on my live streams before, and it pissed a lot of people off because Disneyland, and it goes for Universal as well. Disneyland has been jacking up their prices on everything. Has limited, if not gotten rid of temporarily, entertainment in the theme park. So, are you guys nervous? Are you guys scared? Are you guys excited for D23? I'm going to start with you, Justin. What do you think we could see happen?
Yeah, I'm very excited for D23. Disney just posted a post, if you want to bring it up. We posted it an hour ago. It's the Horizons Disney Experiences Showcase. I don't know if anybody has
Here we
shown or reacted, but yeah, so we might be getting a lot of things for especially Disneyland, since Disneyland Forward just got approved. So I'm hoping that we hopefully get to see a lot more Disneyland related stuff, as well as even Walt Disney World too, because of the Big Thunder Americas in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
Well. So
definitely.
And also too, Paris. In Paris, they might be expecting details for Disney Adventure World, which I'm not really so sure. I just don't like the name. That's all.
Yeah. It kind of has mixed feelings about that for sure. And it's going to be kind of interesting for them to talk about beyond Big Thunder Mountain. So that's definitely something that's going to be very interesting to watch. Diego, I'm going to ask you the same question. Are you excited for D23? Are you scared? Are you nervous? Are you worried that they're going to come out with a lot of blue sky? What do you think? What do you think is going to be announced, and what do you think is going to be talked about? Oh, we just lost him. Hold on. Time out. Hold on.
I will say that I want to expect no disappointment. It's for D23. I just want to expect something just all simple and all like very with good news and all. Like I do expect great news.
Oh, he cut out. Hold on. Diego's having a little issue with his connection.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Okay. I was like I was gonna say that I expect I'm very looking forward to D23, and I'm expecting the very good stuff, and I don't want to expect anything disappointing for it.
For sure, for sure, and one of the things that I think a lot of us want to see come to Disneyland, that I think they could, if they start right away, what they could bring to the resort, like theme park wise, not like something that's for Disneyland Forward, but theme park wise, I think they could build the Avengers e-ticket. Now, I want to touch up on the Avengers e-ticket for a second, because Josh Tomorrow and Bob Chapek, the former CEO, that took over for Bob Iger before Bob Iger came back. Bob Chapek talked about King Thanos and talked about basically a ride that would almost be like Transformers for Universal. And I want to ask you both, would you guys, as someone that goes to Disneyland, like myself and many others, would you guys like to see the 2022 version of the Avengers e-ticket or the 2019 version that Bob Iger announced before he retired as CEO? Justin, I'm going to go to you first, sir. You know what? Actually, Diego, I'm going to go to you because Justin's having a little bit of an issue.
Oh, okay. I will say that to me honestly, like I haven't gotten much about the Avengers e-ticket like from 2019 or the 2022 one.
Okay.
I think I would say, or I could just say for my opinion on this is that I will like to see probably the 2022 one.
Okay. And the only go ahead, Justin. Go ahead.
I just wanted to show Diego really quick what the Avengers e-ticket
look like in 2019.
Yeah, so let's see. I shared the screen, so.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Let me do that. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, so this was the concept art that we gotten in 2019 or last year, I don't know. Showing this looks like a ship going through like the multiverse or something.
Yeah, that was the 2022 version.
Yeah, and let me see here. This is what we got from 2019.
Yeah, I see it right there next to the Hulk thing.
Thanos.
So just to correct you real quick, Justin, that was from 2022. So King Thanos wasn't part of that in 2019. So that was also 2022. That's what Bob Chapek announced. I'm gonna add my screen real quick so I can show you guys what oh, my fault. Okay, sorry. Hold on. I'm out. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to use two different screens here. Avengers e-ticket. Okay. Let me click on here real quick. Oh, well, that's not good.
Let me try Avengers Campus e-ticket ride.
Yeah, let me do that.
E-ticket ride.
Okay, so this is the 2019 version right here. So this is from the Orange County Register. Yeah, gotta love these pop-up ads. So, come on. Okay, let me restart it because it did that. I don't know why. If not, I'll pull up a different. Yeah, it's doing it again. Okay, let me do this because it's being weird. Okay, Okay, well, you can see it from here. You can see this, right? Right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so this was the.
Maybe open it in a new window.
Yeah, I think the reason why though, I think Orange County Register, they want me to try to sign up for a membership, and I'm not doing that. Let me see if there's another picture of it. If not, then I'll just go with that and see what happens. Then I'm just going to go with that. So apparently this was going to be a big e-ticket attraction. It was going to have where you sit on a single like ride vehicle, like almost like what we're doing right now, sitting on our computer chair. And it would have like an arm, and you would swing around different scenes, and you would like be fully immersed into the land, or I mean into the ride. So you would have all the characters from the Avengers world, everybody, Iron Man, Hulk, Black Widow, all of them. And what ended up happening was they scrapped this as soon as COVID happened. So when COVID happened, this plan got scrapped. And then when the Avengers e-ticket came up again in 2022, this was the concept they came out with the whole King Thanos, the multiverse, and the ride itself was going to be more like a Transformers ride, so like a motion simulator. So not really an e-ticket attraction according to a lot of people. It would be more of like a D or maybe a C attraction, because it wouldn't really be. It would be immersive. It would be thrilling, but not as much as the 2019 version. So that's something that a lot of people are looking at. And then I want to ask you, gentlemen, as well, because I did a video the other day about Tomorrowland. That has popped up once again with Tomorrowland. Diego, I'm going to start with you. What do you think about Tomorrowland? Do you think it needs help?
I would say yes, because I think it would add like people who can work on it to improve and to check up on like.
We just lost him. Hold on. Time out. Okay.
Conductor, could I show you something actually?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go right ahead.
Go back to the Orange County Register, the ride vehicle into the little thing.
Okay.
Same ride vehicle.
Uh-huh.
Let me see if I could pick it up first. He's from Tokyo.
Okay, so
also theme.
Okay, gotcha.
Just happened.
Gotcha. So you are correct about that. It is from Tokyo, the 2022 version that we're seeing. That Bob Chapek, the former CEO, brought up. The thing is, so you two know, I don't know if you know, but anything the Oriental Land Company builds in Tokyo, Disney, the domestic parks. So when I mean domestic, I mean here in California, and I also mean in Orlando. We can't even build 1 inch of that attraction or that land that they build in Tokyo for 5 years. That's the agreement they have with Disney. Just so you both know that. Let me
Yeah, so this is the ride vehicle I was talking to. I have seen that, and first of all, the ride, Tokyo Disney, well done. Just my thoughts. Just the entire land itself is just well done. And actually, we've posted about it as well. If you guys want to check it out. The stunning rock formations, the frozen land, the Peter Pan land, the so many others other stories come to life in that land, and I just appreciate what Tokyo Disney does. So let's see.
Oh, definitely for sure. They definitely, without a doubt, definitely pay attention to every single detail imaginable. I just lost my screen real quick. Okay, there we go. They paid attention to every single detail when they build an attraction, a land, or anything. And I mean anything like that. Yeah, what's up?
You just passed it.
Oh,
going
I did.
The
Okay, tell me where it's at. I'm gonna keep going up. Just tell me to stop it.
It should be above. There it is with the.
Right.
Yeah.
This one. Okay.
Yep.
So apparently you have the president and the vice president and then the administration staff for Tokyo Disney. Then you got, obviously, you have to have Bob Iger there next to Josh Tomorrow. Bob Iger is the CEO, and Josh Tomorrow is in charge of parks and entertainment. So I do agree with you. The land is absolutely fantastic. Every single little detail they made sure to have absolutely accurate, without a doubt. Just look at the whole aesthetics of this. It looks absolutely incredible what they've done with the world of Frozen. Like that. Okay, there we go. Can you guys see me?
Oh, yes.
Okay. That was kind of weird. Yeah, Diego disappeared. So, Justin, let me ask you, do you think this land, the Frozen, the world of Arendelle, do you think that could come to Disneyland as Disneyland Forward?
Oh, for sure. Sure. Because you know that there's going to be a Frozen 3 and a Frozen 4. And it's going to be in 2 parts.
Yes.
So I would pretty much be certain Frozen Land would definitely come to Disneyland.
Oh, absolutely. And another thing that was talked about for Disneyland Forward, and
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's lagging a little bit. Okay, there we go. One thing that was talked about for Disneyland Forward was Zootopia coming to DCA and taking over the Hollywood backlot. Because the Hollywood backlot, Justin, because you were there today at Disneyland, the Hollywood backlot has nothing to offer. It's a blank land with nothing besides, that one attraction they have in there. And then you got 3, well, I'm going to say 2 giant sound stages that have nothing in it. It's just, there's nothing going on there. You got one little attraction, that's it. Diego, let me ask you, if there was one land that you would like to see come to the Disneyland Resort, you got Pandora, the world of Avatar, you got Frozen, or you got Zootopia, which out of those three would you like to see come to the Disneyland Resort first? Because obviously there's going to be multiple lands, but which one would you like to see come first?
Definitely Pandora. Like I would like to see.
Okay. So what made you decide Pandora? Like, have you seen the movies? Have you seen any of the footage, the videos, pictures from Walt Disney World's version?
I have seen a POV. I think for Walt Disney World. I have had seen the first movie since I think I've seen the whole thing as a kid.
Okay.
Like yeah, like what I know what it's like I remember I've seen I think I remember seeing as a POV a video of Avatar for
Uh,
Walt Disney World.
yeah.
Like yeah, that's how I know about this.
So this land that Justin kindly put up for us, this land, just the whole aesthetic of it. So during the day, it's amazing, and then clearly you guys can see on your screen. At nighttime, it just comes alive in a whole different type of way. What do you think about it, Justin, coming to the Disneyland Resort in the future?
Yeah, so I'm putting up now a screen of what ours is going to be looking like.
Okay.
So, yeah. Here it is. So this is the concept art that Bob Iger, chairman of Disney Parks, showed us. It looks pretty cool, gotta say. It's kind of based upon The Way of Water, the second movie in the Avatar series. It looks, honestly, my thoughts, it looks like we're going to have a boat ride. Let's see. Just a lot of water. So, pretty excited, even though I haven't seen all the Avatar movies. But Animal Kingdom is stunning, at night especially. And I really hope that what Diego mentioned too, that Avatar might come first in the Disneyland Forward projects.
For sure. And one of the concerns that's been brought up numerous of times, because James Cameron was part of building Pandora out in Walt Disney World, and then we had another Imagineer that was very famous with the Imagineering, that had also a hand on bringing Pandora to life in Walt Disney World. He sadly just passed away several days ago. The point I'm trying to bring across is the fact that Disney and I know I'm going to get some criticism for this, but Disney has a bad habit of bringing concept art like this, which is absolutely stunning by far, and cutting corners and sitting there cutting back and cheaping stuff out. Do you think that James Cameron, who has brought the world of Avatar, like in the movie setting, both the first and second movie, obviously he's going to put out more movies. Do you guys think that James Cameron is going to allow Disney to build the world of Avatar and cheap it out? Justin, I'm going to start with you.
Well, that is kind of a deep question. I'm hoping that this land doesn't get a budget cut at all. This deserves what we had with Galaxy's Edge. When it first opened 5 years ago, it attracted so many people, the characters and just the storyline itself. You got a point on. And this reminds me of when Galaxy's Edge concept art was first being produced. So I think Disney should bring this concept art to life, just like how they done with Galaxy's Edge. And it would be even better to add characters. Because in Florida, they don't even have characters roaming around Pandora. And it would be so nice. And it would be so cool to have characters roaming around Pandora. What do you guys think?
I personally think that would be absolutely amazing. And it's kind of a godsend at this moment that they aren't ready to build Pandora, because the Disneyland Resort, I don't know so much about Walt Disney World because I've never been there, but the Disneyland Resort right now is suffering with entertainment cutbacks. You could see it all over the place in DCA and in Disneyland. Diego, I'm going to ask you, sir, real quick what I asked Justin. Do you think that James Cameron is going to allow Disney and to extension Bob Iger and also Josh D'Amaro, that is on the short list to be a replacement for Bob Iger as CEO? You think James Cameron is going to allow them to cheap out on this land if this land comes to the Disneyland Resort?
Well, I would say like no, because they need to get like permission for him with his consent, and because that he owns this rights, he created this franchise and all. I don't think he wouldn't let Disney do it without his consent.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Well, it's really interesting because Justin made a great point. When they brought Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to the Disneyland Resort, I'm sure Steven Spielberg and I'm sure even George Lucas himself really kept an eye on that project. And they made sure anything Disney put into that land, it was authentic and it was done correctly. Now, I do want to touch up on that, because I do think if Disney decides to announce something at D23, which is exactly from today, a month away, if they decide to announce something about Tomorrowland, a lot of people are going to get upset at me for saying this, but I think that Star Tours should be removed from Tomorrowland, and it should be moved into Galaxy's Edge. What do you guys think about that? Justin, you go first. You hear me? Justin might be having an issue. Diego, what do you think about that?
Well, I definitely see your point that Star Tours should probably remove out of Tomorrowland and move to Galaxy's Edge. I think I think it does make sense that it should be moved because it's a Star Wars attraction. And then I think I definitely agree with your point. And to be honest, the Star Tours has been always like a childhood thing, where for me, just that it's always on Tomorrowland. But I definitely see your point that it should be definitely removed from out of Tomorrowland and it should be moved to Galaxy's Edge instead.
For sure. Justin, I'm going to ask you the same question, sir. Do you think Star Tours if they talk about anything at the expo about Tomorrowland, do you think Star Tours should be considered and moved to Galaxy's Edge?
Well, first of all, I've been hearing a rumor. If you guys have watched Mondo's live from Speculation Sunday, he referenced someone, I forgot, whoever posted from his Twitter question, that I heard a rumor that not Adventureland, but Star Tours and Buzz Lightyear will be staying in Tomorrowland. When I personally,
go ahead, because I have his I follow them on Twitter, so let me put. Okay, here we go. Okay, no, that wasn't it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. This is what I talked about on the video I did the other day. So, you were saying, Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, I just mentioned Frederick Chambers posted on Mondo's question, and yeah, I definitely would agree to Diego that Star Tours should definitely move to Galaxy's Edge, and I'm actually starting a rumor that Buzz Lightyear, it should go to Pixar Pier.
Yes, that's definitely something.
It's based on Toy Story. So
no, totally. I did hear though. Yes, I did hear that. If Disney decides to, if they decide to move Toy Story to DCA, right, to Pixar Pier, I am hearing that basically that show building where Toy Story is in Tomorrowland, it could be a Wreck-It Ralph attraction. What do you think about that, Diego?
I think it does make sense also, because I also agree with Justin that Buzz Lightyear should be moved to Pixar Pier, as well, and that Wreck-It Ralph should be probably in Tomorrowland, and all that, but that's all I can say.
Oh, for sure. Justin, what do you think about Buzz Lightyear getting replaced with possibly a Wreck-It Ralph attraction in Tomorrowland, if that's the growing rumor?
Conductor, sorry to interrupt.
What happened?
So if anybody doesn't know, Tokyo Disneyland is getting a brand new retheme to Buzz Lightyear, and this is the concept art for Wreck-It Ralph. Will you guys think it comes here to the US? Just asking the chat.
Yeah, post in the comments, anybody that's watching this, do you think that Wreck-It Ralph will come to the Disneyland Resort and the extension come to Tomorrowland? Because as we all know, Diego, myself, Justin, everybody that loves Disneyland, period, we all know that the Disneyland Resort's version of Tomorrowland is broken. It has more abandoned buildings and former attractions than any land I've ever seen in a theme park, period. So I think Wreck-It Ralph, in my opinion, I think it would be a great thing to come to the domestic parks. The only problem I see is, again, there's that contract between the Disney company and the Oriental Land Company, where any attraction they build, we have to at least wait 5 years to even consider building it here in the domestic parks. That's the only problem with that. But I would love for it to come to the parks. Domestically, of course.
Yeah, and also speaking of Tokyo, this is their Space Mountain. We get a normal Space Mountain. So, do you guys think it looks more futuristic compared to ours?
Diego, I'm going to let you answer first. Comparing what ours looks like to what Justin's showing on the screen, which one would you actually rather go see in person?
I think I would definitely go with Tokyo. I would like to go to Tokyo in person for it.
For sure. See, my whole thing is, I love this concept art. This concept art is freaking amazing. I love it. But in order for Japan Tokyo to build this new Space Mountain, this whole new land, the old Space Mountain got ripped out. So the way I see it, their version of the Space Mountain, it does not have the significant praise that ours does, because ours is the OG version. So ours is the very first version. And Walt Disney World, or Walt Disney himself, a lot of people believe that they don't want the Disney company getting rid of every single attraction that Walt Disney himself had any part of when he was still alive and bringing the parks to life. Personally, for me, I do think our Space Mountain does need a update for sure. Right now, Justin, I don't know, because I haven't been to Disney in about a year or so. First of all, did you happen to go in Tomorrowland? And second, was Space Mountain even open?
So, unfortunately, we did not go in Tomorrowland.
Okay.
But I get your point.
Yeah.
But then also, we really need an upgrade to both Space Mountain update Space Mountain.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Well, see,
Because it's the same attraction, but different overlays.
Oh, for sure.
So, like when, for example, every Star Wars month, Space Mountain turns into Hyperspace Mountain. And people love it for Star Wars month. But then for Halloween, throwback, Ghost Galaxy. That ended in 2018, and we have not seen it at all for the past Halloween season.
Yeah. And the touch up on Ghost Galaxy, I did happen to see that attraction in person, that overlay, and to be honest with you, I absolutely loved it for the Halloween event. But the one problem that I saw going on with that attraction is that a lot of people complained that it was too graphic, too just it was too scary for the average Disneyland guest. So that's why they got rid of it, from what I heard. I would like for it to come back, obviously, for the Halloween season. I think that would be more than appropriate. But to your point, Justin, I do think, along with Space Mountain, the whole land needs a complete redo. So from Twitter, Frederick Chambers, he did hint that the old theater that's right next to the entrance of Space Mountain, that theater is going to be ripped out and possibly a new attraction is going to be built in that space. What it could be, who knows? The other thing too is, and it's been heavily controversial. What do you guys think about the People Mover? Justin, I'm going to start with you on that one.
So for the People Mover returning, I would...
Uh-oh. We lose you?
No.
We might have lost you, Justin. Hold on a second. Diego, I'm going to ask you why Justin refreshes. What do you think about the People Mover possibly coming back and maybe being retrofitted so it's up to date and it's not broken like a lot of people have said? I have a friend of the channel. His name is Orange Go 55. He did a video with Disney George. That's his co-host, and basically, Orange Go 55 has a source that basically has said that the company he worked for got hired by Disney to assess the People Mover tracks. So my whole thing is what this gentleman said was that the tracks are not as in of bad shape as people are led to believe. So do you think the People Mover could possibly finally come back?
I would definitely say yes, but with a good manufacturing and all improvement, the mechanics of it, so to make the ride be improved and be safe for everyone.
For sure. Justin, since it looks like you're back, what do you think about the People Mover, sir, coming back?
Well, I've seen the Walt Disney World version,
Uh-huh.
but not actually from Disneyland. I personally think it would be a fun money maker.
Uh-huh.
And great. It would come out.
Yeah. So yeah, again, it could come back. There wouldn't have to be more retrofitting to the actual attraction because of new ADA appliance rules and regulations for people that are disabled. So a lot of retrofitting would have to go into that. But another rumor is that the old Carousel of Progress building, which is now Star Wars Launch Bay, and in Star Wars Launch Bay, it's not even really being used. The only thing that's being used in there is a DVC lounge for DVC members. And a lot of people nowadays don't even use DVC or even buy into DVC because everyone's struggling financially. We all have our issues financially, and one way or another. And I think it's a waste of a big area for another attraction to come into that land, possibly Tron. So let's talk about that for a second. Diego, I'm going to start with you. Go ahead, Justin. I'm going to start with you then. What do you think about Tron coming or possibly coming to the Disneyland Resort and especially Tomorrowland?
Yeah, so let me bring this up of an image from what Walt Disney World looks like. So, first of all, my reaction to Tron being at Disneyland, like, ever since it was first announced, I was like, why not Tron come to Disneyland? Because Walt Disney World recently got it. Shanghai first got it. So might as well just bring another copy of Walt Disney World's version to here in California.
So, Diego, I'm going to ask you the same question, sir. What would you think about Tron coming to Tomorrowland at the Disneyland Resort?
I would definitely say that like I would like to see it, like if it's possible for hours, like in Disneyland, California, like
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely like to see the same model like the Florida one to ours. Like would definitely be awesome to go on in California's one.
For sure. And one of the things that's talked about, if it is put in Tomorrowland, which is obviously the obvious place they would go if we get it, is they would have to rip out possibly have to rip out Autopia. And the problem with Autopia right now is it doesn't look like Autopia is going anywhere because they just Disney confirmed a while back that they're going to make the cars they're going to make them electrified. So they're going to make them electric due to California regulations with Newsom and Joe Biden making where they want to get rid of carbon emissions and make everything electric. So it doesn't sound like at that moment that Autopia is going to get removed. So if they bring Tron there, it would be very interesting to me how they would put that in that space where they don't have to get rid of Autopia. It is going to be a little awkward if they do put it there and they have Autopia right under it.
Yeah.
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 So I want to ask you, gentlemen, on our final topic for Disneyland. I want to ask you about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Okay, so right now, Justin, obviously you were at Disneyland today. Critter Country is completely closed off. Even the Hungry Bear restaurant, where that sits in the path going alongside the Hungry Bear restaurant, and also you got the canoe ride there. That whole section is closed off, so you can't even get in that area whatsoever. First of all, I want to ask you, Justin, have you have you watched any of the video clips or looked at any tweets from Twitter about the Walt Disney World's version and how it had kind of a rocky start?
Yes, I have. And, Walt Disney World, like, for example, Rise of the Resistance, when it first opened in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
it also had some rocky issues. But when it
Uh-oh. Did we just lose you, Justin?
in Disneyland,
Uh-huh.
and
You're good.
so yeah, Walt Disney World's version had rocky starts, but when it came to Disneyland, it was so much better. From
Yeah.
what I'm hearing to other people.
Yeah. Diego, so let me ask you the same question, sir. Did you happen to watch any videos or look at any tweets on Twitter about kind of the rocky start that Tiana's Bayou adventure had in the Walt Disney World?
I haven't seen any tweets, but I probably saw like videos, like mostly like what the wall, like, well, I haven't looked up on videos for our updates on the of hours in California. But
Okay.
like, I definitely only just like what I'm only gonna say is that I only definitely know is that I've seen the Florida version and all that, but I haven't gotten into what I know about the California's one.
Yeah, so just like I was telling Justin from pictures that he provided on his Instagram, also from other YouTubers as well, Fresh Baked David, obviously Mondo from Five Fires. Our version is still under heavy construction, and they've actually sectioned off a huge version, or not version, a huge area besides Critter Country, because the Haunted Mansion is literally right next to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and that whole area is getting under construction because Haunted Mansion is getting an update with being putting in an elevator and extending the extended queue, fixing some issues there, and then also adding a gift shop next to it. So that whole area is under construction. But back to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, from what I've seen, I've looked at tweets, I've looked at video. It looked rough, and the only reason I say it looked rough, they had cast members and people that were part of the project in Walt Disney World's version posting pictures and mini video clips of the attraction. And some of those video clips and some of the photos, they actually showed where the animatronics, which are brand new animatronics, they're not the older ones from Splash Mountain, they were not working. The timing on them for them to do their interaction with guests were completely off. There were issues with some of the scenes. There were areas inside the ride, from what I've seen, that were undone. And then the biggest thing of all, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, from what I'm hearing, was made more for the Disneyland Resort than the Walt Disney World's version. So what that means is at the Walt Disney World's version, there is a lot, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a good enough amount of scenes in that ride where it's kind of like vacant and there's not, oh, we just lost, hold on. We got Diego back. We just, Walt Disney World's version has a lot of gappage and stuff missing compared to Disneyland. Disneyland's version, where it's going to be more fulfilled, so it's not going to look like it's empty in some spaces. So hopefully, the Disneyland Resorts version can learn from Walt Disney World's issues and fix them before they open ours, so that way we don't have the same problem they do. And a lot of people have speculated that Walt Disney World, they should have left Splash Mountain and we should have gotten Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So it's kind of two separate rides, so it's not an exact copy. So that's definitely something interesting. It's something where we're going to have to wait and see how our version turns out and see if there's going to be issues along the way. And Justin, you had a picture of a new sign that they put on our version of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It was, if I'm not mistaken, the Tiana's Food sign. Do you have that picture? Hold on, it's loading. Okay, there it is. So I want to touch up on this. What do you think of that sign? Do you think that looks like a giant sign? It looks humongous.
I think, for me personally, it looks huge.
Yeah.
Compared to Walt Disney World's version, where it's just a banner.
Yeah.
What do you think, Diego?
Yeah, like I definitely agree that it does look like a banner and all that. Like yeah, it's just like all I can say.
Yeah. Yeah. Ours seems to be way bigger than Walt Disney World's. So maybe they are paying special attention to our version than Walt Disney World's version. So that's definitely something interesting. And then you were just showing some pictures, Justin. I canceled the window out, but you were just showing some pictures. This is live from today.
Yeah. So for those of you who do not know, in the chat, as of Monday, these walls, you cannot access the walkway to Hungry Bear, Critter Country, or the entrance to Galaxy's Edge. You would have to walk all the way around to the Frontierland and Fantasyland, or no. The Frontierland, I think, entrance to Galaxy's Edge. And fortunately, we were this has never before seen coverage. This is what's happening where the shop is.
Yeah.
Looks like they're doing a foundation or some clay. So this is, for everybody's attention, this is behind these walls.
Yeah. So it almost looks like to me that they are getting ready, if I'm not mistaken, to possibly build the gift shop for Haunted Mansion, and then also put back the flooring for the entrance of the Haunted Mansion, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so this is the entrance to the Haunted Mansion. And Conductor, you were saying that it looks like they're getting ready to build the entrance to the virtual queue.
Yeah.
So this is the end.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. It looks like they're trying to open the Haunted Mansion. I think it was they said August the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. That's when they want to open it. Yeah. So for everyone watching in the chat, so from what I'm hearing, they want to open it August 23rd, but they are going to have virtual queue, because the extended queue for the Haunted Mansion, they are saying, is not going to be ready yet. But the ride itself is almost ready. It's just the extended queue is not going to be ready by August the 23rd. So that's why they are switching the Haunted Mansion to virtual queue. And from what I can say, the virtual queue, in my opinion, sucks. It's not something that is easily usable. I've said this on my live streams. I've also said it on Orange Grove 55's channel when we talk about Disney. I've said it many times. He's said it more times than I have. That it's just so let's say you got a family of 4 coming from out of state to, enjoy the Haunted Mansion and other attractions in the Disneyland Resort. what happens if they don't know how to use virtual queue? Then there's a great chance, probably a 95 to almost 100% chance that they're not going to be able to ride the Haunted Mansion because of not understanding the virtual queue system. Diego, do you agree with that? Do you think that families that are coming out of state for vacation, they might not understand how the virtual queue system works?
Yes, they would not probably know, because Disney isn't probably giving them a clear instruction for people and families from out of state.
Yes. So what do you think, Justin? Do you think that's a valid statement?
Yeah, and actually, I'm pulling up an article from Mickey Blog saying, yeah, this is going to be a virtual queue and for the Haunted Mansion holiday. And just wanted to show everybody, what's happening.
For sure. And I think a lot of people are going to be absolutely disappointed that it is going to a virtual queue. So hopefully, and I mean hopefully, Disney definitely jumpstarts, or as they call it, as I like to say for Josh tomorrow, Daddy Josh, as I call him. From the last D23 we had in 2022, one of the things he said was we're going to turbocharge things. So when he says something like that, the Haunted Mansion, which is a beloved attraction, whether it's the regular Haunted Mansion or the Haunted Mansion holiday layover, if they're going to have Haunted Mansion on a virtual queue system, Daddy Josh definitely has to turbocharge that extended queue and get that done so they can remove the virtual queue system off the Haunted Mansion, because that is something that's going to piss so many people off that love that attraction. That's going to be a major problem. So that again, I want to thank our three guests, TommyToonWorld that was on here earlier, Justin from Amusement Park Pirates, also Diego from Amusement Park Pirates. I want to thank you both for talking everything about HHN to D23 to the Disneyland Resort. Justin, I want to go to you real quick. Do you want to let everyone know at home where they can find you both at? Oh, there, Justin. Oh, Diego. Do you want to go ahead and let everyone know where they can find you and Justin on Amusement Park Pirates?
Oh yeah, like you can find me, Diego Arce, and Justin on Amusement Park Pirates on YouTube, Instagram, Discord, Twitter, and even Threads.
Perfect. And Justin, I was just letting Diego just promote your channel. I'm definitely going to look forward to having you both back on, hopefully soon. And then I want to thank again. I want to thank you both for being on, and everyone in the chat. I would like you guys to definitely check out both Justin and Diego from Amusement Park Pirates. Again, they are on YouTube, they're on Instagram, Discord, Twitter. Definitely check them out. I put all their links down in the description where you can find both of them, and give them an opportunity. They're new content creators. They're just starting out. We were all like them at one point or another. So definitely show them some love and support. Definitely check out their content. They're putting out amazing content for being brand new content creators. So definitely check them out. Everyone at home watching this live stream, you can find me on YouTube and Instagram at ThemeParkConductor. You can find me on Twitter at ThemeConductor. You can also find me on Discord at ThemeParkConductor as well. I posted my links down in the description. And then tune in next week for Conductor Thursday live stream. I'm going to have two amazing co-hosts, Orange Grove 55, and I am going to have Disney George, the Italiano, and we're going to talk about a whole range of subjects. We're going to talk about Universal. We're going to talk about D23. We're going to talk about Disney. We're going to talk about the future of Disney and the future of Universal. So stay tuned for that. And again, gentlemen, thank you so very much for being part of the live stream tonight. And I will talk to both of you very, very, very soon. So everyone,
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you, Conductor.
Of course.
Also, we will be live tomorrow night at Disneyland. So please jump into our Instagram at 9 o'clock. It's just going to be a nighttime spectacular. I posted the community page on our YouTube of what you want to see.
Perfect. Okay.
Tomorrow night. So
okay.
Go check it.
Oh, for sure. No, for sure. I just want to say to everybody, stay cool out there because it is getting really hot outside. Definitely stay hydrated and be kind to one another. If you have comments for us content creators, be respectful about it. We have no problem answering your questions, helping you guys out as everyday folks that go to the theme parks. But just make sure your comments are respectful. Because if you're respectful to us, we can be respectful to you. That's just the golden rule for everybody. So everyone have a great night, and I will see you guys on Conductor Thursday next week.